with your statement to the streets, you're considered to be a rat. That's just a fact, because your name is on paperwork. Not only is your name is on paperwork, your statement was used to impact someone else's case or to get them time. How is that not being a rat? I'm lost. And then he say, I don't know if you I had plenty of co-defendants before. You ain't never been to the pen. I done been to the pen plenty of times, Munchie.B. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna debate that. You know, you kind of went low, which I don't care about. I'm not gonna go low, because I don't want to turn this into no hood thing. I don't want to turn this into no beef, because it ain't no beef. I can't beef with a person who we can't settle our differences. It'll have to be somebody else that's settling our differences. So, you know, again, I'm gonna just say for right now, I just
GST the Don, and I'm back with another video, mud. And it's we got Spoety Face right here, man. Him and Munchie.B, I guess, going at it, man. Spoety Face was on a day in LA with Tam and them, and old boy, the the rainbow dude, and he he basically had some choice words for Munchie. So Munchie fire shots at him. I guess Face firing shots back. I don't want to hold y'all no longer. Let's get into the content.
I've been enjoying myself, been blocking the nonsense out, you know. But something slid across my desk yesterday that I felt it was worthy enough for a response. So you have one of my ex co-hosts of the No Jumper podcast, and also somebody that I thought, you know, I consider, you know, to be a friend, or at least a good associate, you know, of mine, Munchie.B. He called me out. He had a few choice words for me that me personally I didn't appreciate, and of course he told me to fire my page up. So here I am right now, man. Munchie.B, congratulations, you got my attention, bro. I went ahead and fired up the old Macintosh, man. So let's get into it, man. For those who you not aware of the situation going on, I went on Dejan and Tam's page. I mean, on their podcast today in LA. Shout out to them. They always been good peoples to me over there. And I gave some hypotheticals over there. Never mentioned Munchie.B name not once. Every time I mention his name, it's always been, I think that bro misspoken, or you know, he don't always be in his right mind. You know, basically defending him and not just saying what everybody else been saying. I guess he took exception to that, you know, and felt a certain type of way, and he went on his show, Morals Over Money, and it had a few choice words for me. I was gonna do a reaction. I'm not gonna do a reaction. I'm gonna just straight shoot from the hip, man, in the heart. So he said a couple things that I'd like to get into right now. He said, for some reason he thought I was talking about him, but he said, he said that how can any street dude hang with Dejan Paul? I mean, not Dejan Paul, excuse me. How can any street dude hang with Poetic Flacco after work or whatever the case is? Knowing what type of content he put out, and knowing his angles, and knowing that he puts out the propaganda that he does. So my whole thing would be that to this is Munchie.B never one had, like, in my personal opinion, Munchie.B never one time had a personal problem with Poetic Flacco. Even after these allegations that he's exposing Flacco, he's bringing this up. Before they got into it with Munchie, you never had a problem with him. Now you get into it with him, you have a problem with him. You knew he was dealing with an underage escort, or, you know, streetwalker, as you would call her, before then, but you didn't have a problem with that. When you got into, now that you were into them, you have a problem with it. To me, these are showing like character flaws. You telling me, so I want to get I want to get this straight. So you're mad at me for saying basically Poetic Flacco, although I've been on record saying that I don't agree how Flacco, with his content, I don't agree with Flacco, his shenanigans and his antics and his tactics that he do and his so-called war against street dudes and gang members. I don't agree with that. But Munchie wants me to side with him because he's at war with Flacco. And I've been neutral for the simple fact, though, even though I don't agree with Flacco, what he does, he has a right to make a living, bro. He has a right to make a living. Not only he has a right to make a living, like what is Poetic Flacco doing that ain't nobody else doing? We all in this content creator space. I don't hate on no man about getting their money, bro, especially no black man. I would never do that, bro. So you basically telling me that people can go to work with Flacco, but you can't hang with Flacco after work. I'm lost. Make it make sense to me, Munchie.B. Make it make sense to me, because you said the question that I was asked by Dejan Paul of A Day in the Lake podcast, do I think that street dudes should hang out or have an existing relationship with with Poetic Flacco after they clock off work? And I said, yeah, why not? If you're a street dude, you know the rules and the guidelines. You shouldn't be talking to Flacco. You shouldn't be discussing no type of street stuff with this dude. That's like us as street members, as gang members. When you do whatever you're doing in the street, we don't bring that home. Real niggas don't bring that home. You ain't talking to your mom or your girlfriend or your sister how you done slid and you done did this and do that. Real ones don't do that unless you're trying to get caught or you trying to rat on somebody else, bro. I don't do that. I don't know nobody really to do that. So my whole thing is, you have a problem with me saying that I don't have a problem with street dudes hanging with him as long as they conduct themselves how they supposed to conduct themselves, but you don't got a problem with people going to work with them. Make that make sense, Munchie.B. So you don't have a problem with T-Rail and Smack and Sharky and everybody else that got business dealings with Poetic Flacco when it's at work, but when it's off work, it's a problem. Like, make that make sense, brother. Make that make sense. You can't hang with them after work after you clock out, but you can hang with them while you working. This the selective politicking that I don't like and I don't appreciate, and that's why I try to stay away from it. And if you really just wait, kick back and see, people, they expose themselves to you all the time, bro. They expose their true intentions and they expose how they really feel about you. Nothing I said that on Dejan and Tam podcast was demeaning, degrading, insinuating anything about Munchie.B. I just gave a scenario and I stated the obvious. And the scenario in the obvious that I stated was, and I even put it in a hypothetical form, and this is a fact. Anything that's used, if one person's statement is used to convict or make somebody take a plea bargain with your statement to the streets, you're considered to be a rat. That's just a fact, because your name is on paperwork. Not only is your name is on paperwork, your statement was used to impact someone else's case or to get them time. How is that not being a rat? I'm lost. And then he say, I don't know if you I had plenty of co-defendants before. You ain't never been to the pen. I done been to the pen plenty of times, Munchie.B. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna debate that. You know, you kind of went low, which I don't care about. I'm not gonna go low. Because I don't want to turn this into no hood thing. I don't want to turn this into no beef, because it ain't no beef. I can't beef with a person who we can't settle our differences. It'll have to be somebody else that's settling our differences. So, you know, again, I'm going to just say for right now, I just feel the brother, you know, clearly he had a cut water in his hand. Maybe he just had one too many and he misspoke. Or right now you're speaking out of place, because in my personal opinion, you sound dumb and it has no merit. It has no logic. Like, your point has no logic. I'm literally been the only nigga who's been defending you, bro, or not making content. I could have ran the numbers up, bro, when this first came out. I didn't even make content about it. You make content about me though, and what's going on me. I never made content about it. When I've been on this circus, when I've been on these tours, I ain't said nothing bad about you. But you all of a sudden you want to come out and just say weird shit. So let's talk about it. If your statement is used to convict or make somebody take a plea bargain, how is that you not being a rat? It don't matter if you was saying it trolling. It doesn't matter if you was saying it plainly. If you don't matter if you was trying to just line or whatever. It does not matter, bro. It does not matter. And now you want to say you was trolling. Who trolls like that, bro? You can't get mad at me. You can't get mad at Flacco. You can't get mad at nobody that do content on that because you put that on the internet. You can't get mad at him if he takes something and runs with it. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. But you got to hold yourself accountable, brother. You got to hold yourself accountable. You made that situation. You made that situation, bro. Whether you was lit or you said it knowledge or the trolling or not, that came out of your mouth. So how do you get mad when somebody running content on what you said, whether we agree with it or not? No, I don't agree with it, but it came out your mouth. So when is any accountability going to be taken on your behalf? It's none taken. Y'all don't sit up here. Look again. Look, I don't like the whole civilian things and all that. But the selective politicking got to stop. When you turn on the news, you turn on Channel 5, you turn on Channel 7. You're not getting mad at the anchors and the newscasters up there for reporting the news. So why are you?
Okay, Chad, we're gonna end that there, man. I'll go pull up on Spoetic Justice, man. Spoety Face, man. Like, comment, subscribe. And we're gonna keep good vibes. Y'all can watch the rest of this video, man. And you already know, man. At the end of the day gotta end, mud.